American comedy sweethearts Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler have reunited on the big screen after nearly a decade. Well, it's big screen, depending how big your TV is at home, because this time they play husband and wife in a murder mystery comedy film that's airing on Netflix. The film also includes other Hollywood stars such as Luke Evans, Gemma Arterton, and one of South Africa's own John Carney. Ian says Tanya Knapp joined them in Hollywood to find out more.
You may think it's a bit of a mystery that I'm out here in Los Angeles on this amazing yacht. Well, that's because we're here to celebrate a brand new film titled Murder Mystery. Not only does it take place on a yacht, but it also brings together Hollywood favorites Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler on screen for the second time.
I don't want to give it away. It was the butler. The butler did it.
It's been nearly a decade since the two acted alongside each other as pretend husband and wife in the movie Just Go With It. This time they're married for real as the Spitzers.
Where's your husband?
Dead. Asleep. He's dead, asleep.
Sandler plays a New York cop who finally takes his wife Aniston on a long overdue vacation.
We've actually been married.
A chance encounter on a plane lands them an invite to an intimate gathering on a billionaire's super yacht. But when he's murdered, they become the prime suspects in Murder Mystery.
Jennifer and Adam, it's so great to meet you in person.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you.
Good to see you.
I have to say a huge congratulations. This movie blew me away last night.
Oh,
I
I'm
love
so
that.
happy.
Thank you.
So you hear this theatre filling with roaring laughter and you're surrounded by friends and family. How do you feel in that moment, you know, seeing that your movie is off to a great start?
Good
Warm
and,
and fuzzy
proud,
inside.
and you're happy to
Feel like you did your job.
spread some love.
You have any idea how gorgeous you look?
I love you. That was sweet.
Your chemistry is so infectious, it's
Yes,
warm
it's true
and,
love.
you know, yeah. No, but it's so real. How come it took you so long to reunite on screen?
Feels like no time went
Yeah,
by.
yeah.
And it was about timing, finding the right
Want to make
script.
a good movie? Wanna make it-
Like a really fun movie to make.
Playing a married couple was something really interesting, and instead of doing a falling in love story, a
Right.
story about people who are in love and trying to keep it fresh, I thought that was real cool.
The film boasts a stellar cast, including the likes of Luke Evans, Gemma Arterton, and of course our very own John Carney.
Coming from South Africa, Dr. John Carney.
Love that man.
How was it working with him?
We loved him so much.
The best. The day he rapped,
We
Jennifer
were so-
started crying.
I
Like
loved him
he's
so much.
the best guy, the funniest, always in the best spirit.
Best mood.
And
always.
knew he was the highlight for all.
The film also celebrated its world premiere in Hollywood this week at a dashing red carpet affair. And we were delighted to spot John Carney dressed to the nines in proudly South African attire.
I'm a Xhosa tribesman. I'm an elder. I'm 75 years old. I celebrate my Africanness. I celebrate my being South African. And I have this fantastic young man, Laduma. He always says to me, Tata, what are you wearing? I said, you will tell me.
So you've become somewhat of a national treasure back home. Congratulations on this film.
It's been a good year since I turned 70.
Lots happening Wakanda forever. And here you are.
The Lion King and the Murder Mysteries, and I've opened a brand new play.
Murder Mystery is a delightful film with a top-notch cast and is now showing on Netflix. Tanya Knapp, Los Angeles.
What the? Why?
So, Murder Mystery is just one of the films we'll be talking about in our movie review this morning. A number of new films have been released, of course. Let's discuss them with our resident film critic and City Press managing editor, Gail Edmonds. Gail, good morning. Are you well?
Hi, Tony. Good. How are you?
I'm very, very good, thanks. Now, this trailer we just watched, Adam Sandler's Murder Mystery on Netflix. It's broken records, though, for Netflix. In the first 3 days, 30 million viewers or
30.8
something.
million accounts viewed it.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, that's huge. And that proves, you know, Adam Sandler is considered to be one of the most popular guys in Hollywood and one of the most powerful. I have to say, though, you know, like a lot of his movies, feels very half-baked.
They do. It's almost like he doesn't care, doesn't
Yeah, exactly. It's like he goes, you know, here's a vague idea. Let's go with this.
I mean, in this particular movie, I mean, the story itself is weak, and the acting for me, when I watched it, I wasn't very impressed. It's almost like we're selling this because I'm Adam Sandler, and it's okay. You know
Exactly.
what? People are going to watch it because it's me.
Absolutely. And I'll pair up with Jennifer Aniston because everyone loves Jennifer Aniston. They did a pair up, I think it was quite a long time ago, 10 years or so, on just go with it, which was a lovely little film and everyone enjoyed it. So I think they're capitalizing on that. And, you know, they've taken an Agatha Christie idea. You know, a couple of American tourists end up on a billionaire's yacht and there's a murder. And that's how it starts. And actually, they could have, with a little more work on the script and a little more care and attention, they could have actually turned out a movie that would have been more fun to watch. But instead, it just feels a bit, you know, why bother?
A little bit drab. John Carney's also
yes,
that's
and
good
John
for him.
Carney's in it. Good for him, absolutely.
Yeah, but he's getting a lot of roles now ever since,
since Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's showing on Netflix. You know, it's one of those things you watch if you just want to fall asleep and wake up again and watch it, honestly. But it's Adam Sandler. What can we expect? But opening this weekend is a big movie if you love your Toy Stories. It's Toy Story 4. Before I chat to Gail about it, let's take a look at the trailer.
Everyone, Bonnie made a friend in class.
Oh, she's already making friends.
No, she literally made a new friend. I want you to meet Forky.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Ah! He's a spork.
Yes, yeah, I know. Forky is the most important toy to Bonnie right now. We all have to make sure nothing happens to him.
Woody, we have a situation.
I am not a toy. I was made for soup, salad, maybe chili, and then the trash.
Buzz, we've got to get Forky.
Affirmative.
Why am I alive? You're Bonnie's toy. You are going to help create happy memories that will last for the rest of her life.
Huh? What?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's Toy Story 4. My question, Gail, is very simple. Did we need Toy Story 4?
You know what? We needed Toy Story 4. This movie is practically perfect. It is a wonderful, and it's been 24 years since the first one, and I think about 9 since the third one, and it is beautifully done. The script is magnificent. The trajectory of these characters finishes beautifully. I think that you'll find for most of us, this is the end of the line for Woody and Buzz. The actors say, so look, you never know. But in this one, there's a utensil with an existential crisis, and it is hilarious. And I have to say, it's very funny that Bonnie, the little girl that Woody and Buzz and all of our usual suspects live with now, goes to school and makes this new friend out of a spork, which is half a spoon, half a fork. That's spork. And so Forky is born, and Woody takes him on a journey of how to be a fabulous toy. But along the way, Woody discovers, he meets up with his old friend Bo Peep, and they take a big adventure, as always. You know, it is a bit always, the similarity in plot is that it's always a lost toy, find toy, what your destiny in life is, all those heavy things, but actually it's hilarious. And Tony Hale, who's the voice of Forky, is truly spectacularly funny, as this spork just keeps on trying to get into the bin.
So it's worth watching.
Absolutely. I say go. It's cold this weekend. Go to the movies.
Men in Black, of course, now it's Men in Black International that started screening up the last week. It hasn't done so well at the box office, but let's just take a quick look at the trailer.
Well, it's not going to save itself.
I'm driving.
We are a rumor. Recognizable only as deja vu and dismissed just as quickly. We are the best kept secret in the universe.
I know. I want in. You erased my parents' memories, but you didn't get mine. It took me 20 years to find you. How many people can say that? I found you. Which makes me perfect for this job.
Agent M, we may have a problem in London.
Welcome, man. You will be with Agent H.
MIB, you Carillion scum. And FYI, your little club here sucks. Come on. Well, it's not going to save itself.
I'm driving. That really should be here.
Oh, not in this country.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the trailer for MIB International. It's without Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. And Gail, this movie is struggling at the box office. Why do you think that is so?
I think you said it already. Yep. It's struggling because Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones aren't. And it's not to take anything away from Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth, who, of course, paired up for the Avengers movies and now pair up for this. They're great. They're competent. Even the script has some funny bits in it. But you know what? Did we need another Men in Black without Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones? I don't think so, hey?
The end of the franchise now, is it?
I think so. Look, it's not an awful film by any means, and they whiz around the planet and they go and see the world, because obviously it's MIB International,
yep.
But it just doesn't have the pop and the whiz-bang that the original pair have, and I think that we're unlikely, given its struggles, to see more along this line. I think that this is possibly the first and last of MIB International, would be my guess.
Which brings me to one question. When you look at sequels and prequels, and you know, you've had so many movies that some of these go up to number 8 and 10, like Star Wars and so forth. You know, it's almost like when they try to veer away from the big stars, the guys that started with the franchise itself, that began the franchise, people sort of shun them, isn't it? Shun those movies. You want to see those same characters that started that franchise.
Yes, I think so, and I think that's why you do see a lot of origin movies, because it gives them a chance to reboot rather than try and spin off. Because I agree with you, often with these things, especially when it's been a very iconic partnership, like the Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, it's very hard to do that in a way that makes people buy into the new generation, and I think it can be done successfully, but unfortunately this one doesn't crack it.
When you talk about Men in Black as well, with a lot of ladies in the movie, should be changed to what? People in Black.
Yes, exactly. Well, there's that joke in it where Emma Thompson actually goes, "Don't start." But yeah, exactly. There is that element as well. Men in Black, maybe a little un-PC these days.
Yeah. Just talk about prequels as well. You've got, and I know you haven't watched X-Men, the Dark Phoenix as well. It all, for me, it seems to be struggling with the same sort of problem, isn't it? You've got, you know, your usual X-Men are completely missing. And
yes.
You miss those guys, you miss those characters. After I watched it, you know, I couldn't relate to a lot of things I was seeing.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I haven't been to see it yet, I haven't rushed, is that it has had such sort of blah reviews, and everyone said, well, you know, if you're trying to finish the franchise with this one, it's not working, you know, this one hasn't worked, and it hasn't got, because they did manage to sort of origin story the X-Men very well with James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, but this latest one doesn't seem to have cracked that either.
Yeah, full
So,
splash.
yeah.
All right, so Toy Story is the one to go watch, so says Gail Edmonds. Gail, thank you so much for coming to,
Such a pleasure.
as always, talking movies with us here on Morning News Today. Gail Edmonds, of course, is with the City Press, is the managing editor.